And Jonathan Lewis. State your name for the record. Oh, wait, we're going to start with John Waite because he has a flight that he has to catch.
My son is waiting outside at his
Okay, great.
I'm going to have to rush out. Thank you, Madam Chair and Mr. Chairman, for having me speak. My name is Jack Waite, and I am the president and founder of Agua Dulce Farm. It's a farm here in southeast Austin. And I'm also the founder and president of Urban Organics, which is a nonprofit that studies methods of sustainable agriculture. And I was going to tell you a little about me, but I don't think that's very important anymore. I just really wanted to maybe brush across some barriers and some problems that I've come across as a starting farmer. And something of note to look at is the average age of the farmer in Texas is 59 years old, farmers and ranchers. It's 59 years old, and the number of farmers under the age of 35 is 6%. There's a huge, huge problem with that. And going into farming, I thought maybe there would be a number of programs or policies or people to help me out, but it's really been quite the opposite. And if you'd like, if I may, I wanted to just run through a few of the problems that I've come across, and several of them have been touched upon during the testimony today, but I just wanted to kind of breeze through them just to show that it's not just people that you're hearing about anecdotally, but an actual farmer who's having these problems. So the first would be at the county level, the property tax. I am paying about $8,000 per year for a 3-acre farm because it's a residentially zoned piece of property. I think with an agricultural exemption, I could get that down to about $2,000, which would be extremely helpful. But I'm not eligible because I'm under 12 acres. I haven't been farming for 5 years. There are a number of different. I think there's only one factor that I am eligible for, and that's the production that I will be making. So maybe that's something that could be looked into. At the Texas level, I applied for a Young Farmers Grant through the TDA, Texas Department of Agriculture, and not only did I not get that, but I haven't heard one thing about it, and I tried contacting them, and no one has any information on that.
I bet you'll get a phone call here pretty quickly.
I sure hope so. I'll check my phone.
Okay.
At the federal level, I couldn't get a loan from the FSA because I have a 30-year lease on my land. I don't have ownership of it, and I have no other equity that I could provide for them. I don't have a history of farming that I can show them to get any sort of exemption, and they basically politely laughed at me when I asked if they could be of any help. Privately, no bank would touch that. Again, same reasons as the federal, but that's
Was this for the how many acres you have?
3 acres.
So this is for 3 acres?
Correct.
You were inquiring for loans or grants or whatever for 3 acres?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Permit-wise, I have a list of about 9 or 10 permits that I need to get because I'm going to have fish as well as vegetables growing on this farm. The number of permits and the cost are going to take probably about 40 to 50 hours of my time to acquire. Many of them have to be renewed yearly, some of them every 2 years. The cost is roughly about $2,000 per year for those permits, and I just think that's a bit excessive as well. My method of farming, just to hit on it really quickly, it's an adaptive farming technique that uses about 85% less water than a conventional farm. It's extremely applicable for our arid climate here in Austin, and I just feel like if there's really nothing but barriers coming up in my way, and I just wanted to voice my concerns with that. And that's all. Thank you. If you have any questions.
And the permits are local, all local?
No, they're primarily state level. Some of them are at the county level with the Texas Parks, I guess most of them are state level, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Texas Animal Health Commission, because there will be fish involved, the Texas Department of Agriculture, Texas Parks and Wildlife has there are 3 more licenses I need, Texas Department of, I don't even know what some of these acronyms are anymore. The EPA, I'll need a permit from them because I'll be having fish, even though I'm not discharging any water. I have to get a permit to be able to discharge water. The FDA is going to give me, I need to have a permit for drug use regulations, even though I will provide no drugs or of any kind for the fish. TCQ, I need a discharge permit from them as well. Texas Park and Wildlife, I need an exotic species containment and exotic species permit to have fish, the tilapia fish that I'll have. Texas, I'm sorry, TDSHS, anyone help me on that one? I could Google it. Okay, thank you. I need a growing waters approval and post-harvest quality control standards permits. It's a little, I understand regulation very well. I have a degree in public policy, but I also pragmatically am having quite a few, I'm having a lot of problems with the number of permits and regulations that I have to encounter.
You're in the city limits or outside?
I'm within the city limits, yes, sir.
Okay. Members, any questions?
I took some notes here.
I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.